Good morning, Falcons. Today is January 8th, 2026. I'm Lexi, and this is your view from the Falcons' Nest. Indiana school cell phone ban could get a lot more strict this year. The Indianapolis Star reports today it's because lawmakers have found that their previous ban hasn't really done what it intended, which has to eliminate the use of cell phones in classrooms in an effort to reduce distractions. So they're at it again with a new bill implementing a more sweeping ban devices on school grounds, what's known in the education world as bell to bell. This year's bill is much more stringent and explicit. No cell phones or smartwatches during the school day, with those exceptions also being more strict. If there's a medical reason, the student needs a doctor's note. If it's an emergency, the student needs the superintendent's permission. There's also an exception for multilingual students who need language translation and for circumstances outlined in a student's individualized education program or their plan that complies with federal civil rights law for people with disabilities. The bell to bell ban could take the form of leaving devices at home or leaving them in a secure location on school grounds during the day. There's flexibility in that section. Rath said schools could require students to leave them in lockers or collect them at the door. The concept is supported by advocates all over the education space. In a survey of educators, 83% said they support a bell to bell ban, contending that device and social media use affects student motivation, behavior, and mental health. Fort Wayne Community Schools already has such a policy in place where students place their phones in pouches at the beginning of the day that don't unseal until they leave. After implementing this in 2022, the district reported an 11% drop in middle school behavior violations and an increase in average high school grade point average by 0.18 points. Across the nation, the most recent CDC estimates indicate at least 11 million illnesses and 120,000 hospitalizations so far this flu season, WSJV reports. According to the CDC's most recent weekly influenza surveillance report, influenza like illness activity is very high in Indiana and Michigan. The CDC system monitors visits for respiratory illnesses that include fever, plus a cough or sore throat, referred to as ILI. Indiana's influenza dashboard shows 17 total influenza associated deaths for the current season. Notre Dame psychology experts are eager to launch a project offering a new single encounter approach, along with a self service online platform to help Michiana teens with mental health problems, WVPE reports. Notre Dame psychology professor Kristen Valentino says the new St. Joseph County Universal Wellness Project will be modeled after an evidence based one time interaction developed by Northwestern University researchers. She says it's not meant to replace outpatient therapy, but research has shown it's effective in helping improve teens' mental health. To help design an online platform teens also will be able to use themselves, organizers are recruiting adults who've worked with teens and youth themselves to serve on community advisory boards. Valentino says there's a mental health care shortage locally, with many teens and adults on waiting lists to receive care. And now to weather with Eli.
We have an actual feel of 41, a real feel of 39, partly cloudy, and air quality is fair. Now to the 3 day forecast. Thursday, high of 58, low of 47, rainy. Friday, high of 55, low of 31, rainy. Saturday, high of 38, low of 23, rainy. And now to sports with Blake.
Will the Chicago Bears move to Northwest Indiana? The Bears expanded their search for a new stadium site to include Northwest Indiana in December. This move would deliver a major economic boost, create jobs, and bring another premier NFL franchise to the Hoosier State. Tonight, the girls' basketball team hosts Triton. Friday, Glenn will have two girls competing in the wrestling regional at Plymouth. They are Britt Whitmer and Maya Lichenbarger. Best of luck to both of them. The boys' basketball team hosts Jimtown in a conference game. Saturday, the boys' wrestling team competes in the Triton Super Duels. The girls' basketball team will head down US 6 for a conference showdown with LaVille. And now back to lunch with Eli.
For lunch today, we have breaded chicken patty, chicken fajita wrap, PBJ Uncrustable, ham chef salad, and turkey chef salad. And then for sides, we have waffle fries, celery sticks, oranges, fruit, mini waffles, and peanut butter cup. That's all we have for today, Falcons. Have a great day.